ladies and gents, boys and girls. It's your boy here, Jordan Molyneux, also known as Hajusmal, and I'm getting right back into it yet again with another video. So, ladies and gents, you're all probably wondering, what is this video about? So, the title of this video is my trials and tribulations of being on YouTube, or what's it been like for me being on YouTube. This video has been requested by my good friend Sam Pickering. I went to school with Sam. He's been extremely supportive since I started doing YouTube, and he watches practically every video that I upload. He's always messaging me on Instagram, giving me constructive criticism, giving me advice, etc. He has been incredibly supportive. So, Sam, I thank you very much. This one's for you, brother. So, basically, I'm going to be going through the trials and tribulations that I've had, some of the highs and some of the lows of doing YouTube. So, let's start with some of the lows, because then we can eventually build up. So, some of the laws of YouTube, that you are literally on YouTube. Everybody can see you. Everybody can watch your content. And sometimes you can sometimes get trolls. You can sometimes get people that try and drag you down. So that is a massive, massive issue with YouTube, or just as it, making content is in general, in being into the public eye, because that is basically what this is. You're in the public eye. So yeah, but that's kind of a benefit as well, because those people can do what they want and they can say what they want, but sometimes it can wear you down a little. So yeah, that's kind of a bit of a low point of doing YouTube. And I would say another low point and another con, if you would say, is it's got to be very time consuming, and it can be extremely aggravating and exhausting, because like I said, I have a, well, it's currently a part-time job, but I do roughly 25, 30 hours at most. I would say at most is 35 hours in retail. I work in retail. I work at my local Asda store. um I actually do like my job. There are parts that I don't like, but I do enjoy my job, because you get to be around a good amount of great people. Management is great for what they do, very approachable, very nice, but they have got tendencies to kind of lose weight a little bit, but I'm gonna let it slide. But yeah, that's a bit of a downfall, because when you are trying to get content out, but then you also are working, sometimes when you are working, it takes out the time of wanting to do content and get videos out there. Although that it's been one of those moments where it's time for another con, it's quite difficult to get good quality content consistently on YouTube, especially for someone like me. I live in a small town. I live somewhere up in the northwest, in the region called Cumbria. My hometown is called Barrow in Furness. Now, I love being a Barrovian. I love Barrow, but at the same time, it's a shithole. Only folks in Barrow get to say this, but it's just one of those ones where if I was, say, born and raised in Manchester, and I was still living in Manchester or Liverpool, I would be a fair bit better off, because there'd be a lot more going on around the scene, and you will be able to meet more people that are on your wavelength, to be able to get more stuff done and have better quality content. Also, to the matter of fact, you're going to meet more genuine YouTubers than you are going to in a small town. I think I'm one of the ones, maybe the only ones. I do know that there are a couple of others that do streaming, including one of my good friends, Ben, and he is a fellow co-host of the JBK podcast. Ben, he does mainly Twitch. He tries to do some YouTube, but his go-to is Twitch. I know a few others, like he was once known as Vex Gaming. I think he's now known as Johnny P Gaming. Big shout out to him as well. I've joined him a few times. on Warzone, etc. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. He's a good laugh. But he's also very good at the game. He's very good at the game. So it's one of those ones where it is a bit shit. It is a bit shit, but there's nothing much else that you can do about that. But they're not content creators. They're not. In all fairness to them, they're not content creators. I am a content creator. I am solely a YouTuber. I don't really go on Twitch. I don't really use Twitch. My go-to is YouTube because if I wanted to find entertainment, I go to YouTube. I don't go to Twitch. Twitch is mainly for the gaming community, but yes, they do differ in different, I would say, streamers, whether it be for OnlyFans or whether it be for reactions, and they take, but those reactions are actually those that have fairly big reaction channels on YouTube or just YouTube channels in general, and they take it back and kind of do it all there, and they kind of edit it down and make it a bit more, I would say, aesthetically pleasing, and have it as their video and post it up to their YouTube channel. One of them that I could just think of off the top of my head: Mini Minter, I'm Dante, a whole smattering of others as well. But that is a bit of a con in regarding to doing YouTube. So now let's get into some of the pros. That there's, I don't know where to start. I would have to say you are in the public eye. It's a con. Yes, it's a con, but it's also a major plus. It's also a great thing to have. Well, it's a great thing because you're getting your face out there, but you're also showing yourself, your personality, unless you're pretending to be somebody else or you have a character. Um, don't really see. I see a fair bit of it still, but I think it's died off quite a lot since it was in the earlier days. So with me, I've just been 100% myself, but also still trying to find myself along the way. And I think I'm finally coming towards the end of that arc, and I feel like I'm finally figuring out who I am as a person and as a man. Me being 25 years of age now, I went through my trials and tribulations when I was younger. I made some bad mistakes. There was a character that I created called Moll. I didn't like that what he turned into. I took the good things that Moll had. He did have some pros. Did Moll, the character that I created, took the bad things and turned them into turned them into a great thing with a new persona. In a manner of sense, a new me, a new version of me. In a manner of sense, I've kind of taken Moll and taken the good things from Moll and took him to the old Jordan when I was a young boy, very passionate and very affectionate in anything and everything that he did, especially when it came to entertaining and performing arts. And that's how I kind of swerved it all, brought it all back for YouTube. So that is when I kind of came into the creation of my new channel name, because I had first Jordan Molyneux, because I didn't really know what else to call myself apart from Jordan Molyneux, because I still hadn't gone through that final story arc, and I'm still coming towards the end of this story arc of the new persona that I have, in a manner of sense. But still, Just Small is just basically me. It's Jordan. But when I first started, it was Jordan Molyneux was the channel name. To then I joined GNS Clan. That didn't last very long. Things happened there. Everything. I believe that they've now disbanded. Wish them all the best. I then went solo, and then I thought, what does everybody call me? Yes, they call me Moll. But then I kind of thought, oh, it's just Moll. You know what I mean? It's just Moll. He's a funny geezer. He's this, and that. It's just Moll. And that kind of stuck, and that's how I came up with the new channel name of Just Moll. The reason why it's without a T is because we're northern. I'm a northern guy, and everybody that says just doesn't really pronounce the T. So it's Just Moll. So yeah, that's how that came about. So, as I was saying, the benefit of being out there in the public, you're actually being able to show your sense of humor, show the kind of person that you are, and the matter of fact that you also get the opportunity to actually entertain people. I've actually had a lot of people since I've been doing YouTube for nearly about a year and a half now, um, and they're basically just saying really, really nice things. Yes, of course, you get a couple of trolls, but I've had a lot of positive responses from a lot of people, and they enjoy my content, which I am truly, truly humbled by. And then, of course, hitting 1,000 subscribers in what was it, under a year, which was insane. Nobody believed that I could get to 1,000 subscribers in under a year, and I think it was about 8 9 months in, and I hit it. So everyone was just all like, "What?" It was crazy. It was mental. Now I'm on almost 1.1k. I'm trying to get good content out, and if you've missed the last video explaining to why there's not been as many uploads, go and watch that video. The link will be down below in the description. Kind of gives you a bit of a what's been happening here. So this one is for my boy Sam, who requested it. So let's see any other positives. I would have to say, um, I for me it just came to the matter of fact that I found my passion again. Like when I was younger, I was so passionate and hungry and craved for entertaining. That's what I breathed for. That's what I lived for, to entertain, to put a smile on your face. That's what I wanted to do. And when performing arts, when it came to acting or anything like that, when that kind of fell apart, it broke me. And then that's when Mole kind of came in. But now I'm on this new path. I'm on this new journey, and I thoroughly enjoy waking up every day and going, let's try and get a video out today. Let's do it. Like, I love the fact that I can just simply sit here, record, or be out around Barrow, which I'm going to start doing soon. Try and do some vlogs, etc., and just basically just be myself and trying to be with great people that I vibe with, I connect with, and bounce off of with great humor, and just have a really, really fun, awesome time. And that's what I love to do. I love waking up and going, can't wait to do a video today. It is awesome, and that is one thing I do enjoy. Um, let's see if there's any other cons. Off the top of my head, um, it's quite difficult because you don't want to say too like you don't want to say an awful lot. It's like as I was saying about the trolls, yeah, they can get really bad sometimes. They can really affect you. But for me, I've over the years I've developed an extremely thick skin and that is in handy due to my old close friends, who we used to roast each other literally every day. That's all we did was roast the shit out of each other. It's a British thing, I think, but yeah, we really, really roasted the shit out of each other. We didn't have any fucking barrier or anything. We just went in, and because of them, they kind of thickened up my skin, which I do appreciate that, and I thank them for. Um, any other cons when it comes to YouTube? So yeah, time consuming as well. That's a bit of a bitch, but at the same time, it's just the positive is just that I've just found a new lease of life again. I found a new passion, and you know, after the loss of my grandmother last year, it's now been a full, almost a full year. Wow, it's almost been a full year that she left us. And I made one of the vows was I made a few to her before she passed. One of them was to get back to entertaining and performing again, and I feel like this is upholding to that vow because I've got that fire in me again. I've got that passion, that desire to entertain, to make people laugh, to make people cry, to just to entertain. If I manage to put a smile on somebody's face, just one person, fuck yeah, I love that. And I think that's one of the biggest benefits of them all, and one of the best pros of it, of all of it, is I get to literally put a smile on somebody's face, even though that person could be having the worst of days, and or maybe suffering with mental health, and we literally just put a smile on their face and make their day just a little bit better. That's amazing that I could possibly do that. It is an amazing feeling. So, yeah, I think that would have to be it, folks, because I'm struggling to kind of think of any other pros and cons when it comes to YouTube. But I probably would come up with more a little bit later on. But that's what I normally do. Like literally, my brain just stops working for certain moments of period of time, and then I'll come back later on. I'll be like, "Hooey, you remember more?" That's what it does, and I'm like, "Dickhead." But yeah, that's where we're gonna have to leave it for today. Let me know of what you thought of today's video. Get down in the comments section. Tell me what you enjoyed. Tell me where I can improve. Thank you all ever so much for watching. Big shout out to my boy Sam. Thank you very so much for asking me to do this. Here you go, brother. I hope that gives you a little bit more in depth of what's going on up here for me when it comes to regarding YouTube. And yeah, this is your boy Jordan Mon, you also known as Just Small, and I will see you all next time. Remember to subscribe with notification bells on. Crush the like button, and yeah, get down in the comment section. That's it from me, ladies and gents. I'll see you all next time. I'll see you now. Take care, and noggin. Peace.